I'm back predicting college football bowl games. Last year I was terrible, but I want to thank YouTube World for viewing my video over 3,000 times and will guarantee that I will do better this year. First, here are the bowl games that don't matter. Here are my picks. BYU over UTEP, Ohio over Troy, Southern Miss over Louisville, San Diego State over Navy, Toledo over Florida International, Air Force over Georgia Tech, West Virginia over NC State, Missouri over Iowa, Maryland over East Carolina, Oklahoma State over Arizona, Baylor over Illinois, SMU over Navy, Kansas State over Syracuse, North Carolina over Tennessee, Nebraska over Washington, South Florida over Clemson, Notre Dame over Miami, Georgia over UCF, Texas Tech over Northwestern, Florida over Penn State, Mississippi State over Michigan, Miami of Ohio over Middle Tennessee, shout out to the MAC, and Kentucky over Pittsburgh. In the games that do matter, here are the matchups. First of all, shout out to the WAC for having 3 teams ranked in the top 25. That's better than half of the conferences in the nation. First off, Fresno faces Northern Illinois. Northern Illinois lost in the MAC championship but score a lot of points. Fresno does not have a very good defense. I think Northern Illinois wins. Next up, Boise against Utah. Utah is overrated to me, but I think, and in Boise is really good. They just lost to Nevada because the kicker sucks. So Boise will win easily. Next, Tulsa upsets Hawaii. Although Hawaii is playing at home, Hawaii doesn't have a very good pass defense. Gave up 49 points to USC and 42 points to Boise. Tulsa throws the ball a lot. They're the 5th leading offense in the nation, and I think I like Tulsa in the upset. However, shout out to Hawaii for defeating Nevada. If they didn't defeat Nevada, Nevada would be in the BCS. Speaking of Nevada, Nevada beats Boston College easily. Next, here are a few non-BCS games I'm very excited for. First is Florida State versus South Carolina. Both teams have improved offenses this year, though defense hasn't been as good as before. I look forward to this battle, which will be very exciting to watch on New Year's Eve. I think Florida State wins, but it could go either way. Next, I like Alabama to beat Michigan State. Michigan State beat one good team this year, that was Wisconsin. They struggled against Purdue, Illinois, and Penn State. Michigan State to me is very overrated, and I like Alabama big in this game. Finally, to conclude the non-BCS games is the Cotton Bowl. I think this is a very equally matched game, and I did a coin flip to decide who will win, and LSU came up victorious. To the BCS, Wisconsin plays TCU. This will be a very good game as Wisconsin has a superb offense and TCU has a superb defense, though their offense is really good as well. I'm going with the upset. I think TCU will beat Wisconsin. To the Fiesta Bowl, many people will pick Oklahoma to win easily. However, I think it will be a challenge for Oklahoma. This game will be fairly close, and everyone knows that Big Game Bob is coaching for Oklahoma. However, this is not a very big game for Oklahoma because they should win easily, and I think Oklahoma will win by a slim margin. In the Orange Bowl, Virginia Tech plays Stanford. Stanford beat 0 ranked teams in the top 25 this year. Virginia Tech lost to James Madison. This game interests me none, but I will go with Virginia Tech just because they have beaten a top 25 team in Florida State. In the Sugar Bowl, I like Ohio State to beat Arkansas. From the start of the season, I would have never imagined Arkansas to be in a BCS game. Shout out to Bobby Patino. This just shows that the SEC is not as dominant of a conference as everyone says. Big 12 is equally as strong. Anyways, Ohio State wins the game. Finally, to the national championship game, the game we've all been waiting for, Auburn versus Oregon. This is a very evenly matched game. However, I think Auburn has the better passing game and will win in a very close game. Then Cam Newton will be declared ineligible 10 years later, though no one will care. So those are my picks, and remember to check out my Twitter at twitter.com/thesportsexpert for more commentary.